Godot has silenced critics. Recently, Godot was accused of being a scam, the forums were closed and the discussion was all over the internet. Well, recently the forums were opened again, but they have deleted the discussion about the scam accusation. Today, I'll dig deeper in this issue and get to the bottom of this discussion. I encourage you to share your opinions in the comments so that we can work together to improve our loved Godot community. And now, let's start. You'll need the whole context about this debate in order to understand this problematic, so you should watch the previous video about this topic, the link is in the description and in the pinned comment as well. Anyways, I'll quickly remind you what was all this about. The controversy started when the Godot forums were closed unexpectedly. The forum's admin CyberReality claimed that one of Godot's creators, Juan, was asking for money on Twitter while having a substantial amount of funds, around $8 million. Juan explained on Twitter that Godot was facing financial difficulties, but he also had a company called W4 Games. This company received a large investment of $8.5 million and was meant to support the open source Godot platform. Some members of the community argued that W4 Games and Godot were closely related since the investment came due to Godot's popularity. However, others said that they were separate entities. In my opinion, and I believe the most popular opinion, was that CyberReality was wrong saying that Godot was a scam. How could Godot be a scam if it's open source, meaning it isn't owned by anybody? Then, saying that Juan has $80 million in his pockets is again wrong. You can't just take money from investors and do what you want with it. However, when Juan tried to clarify this whole mess, he said that Godot and W4 Games were completely unrelated. This statement was misunderstood, and as I believe he wanted to say that they were economically unrelated because he couldn't use that 8 million for other things apart from W4. Well, I believe that actually Juan could have been more explicit or more clarifying, saying this exact same thing. He can't do whatever he wants with that money. Okay, so again, you can watch the video in the description for a complete understanding of this discussion. So, the forums were down for a couple of days and recently they were reopened. Everything seems just the same, but now the pinned post is from someone called Mike. He's apparently the new admin of the forums and the founder of his own company. As you can see, the post is a bit long, but it's just an announcement saying that the forums are back and that obviously there has been a change in the leadership of Godot forums. Well, until here everything seems correct, let's say. However, when I started scrolling over the different comments of this post, I came along one that particularly got my attention. Actually, there were more than one. The first was a user asking for the initial thread to be deleted, saying that the last thing he wanted is for newcomers to see that and not use the engine forever. Mike answers, I agree, it has been removed. Keep the culture and vibes here and optimistic. Other user replies, if this topic is deleted, it gives conspiracy theorists a chance to talk about silencing the problems with Godot. Well, Mike didn't answer this comment in spite of, for example, answering CyberReality. Quite strange, I'd say. By the way, do you think CyberReality comment was sarcasm or he wasn't being sarcastic at all? Share it in the comments. Also, obviously, he isn't anymore an admin, he's just like a normal user. Here, of course, you can make your own conclusion and that's completely fine because there is no good solution at all. But well, again, I believe that trying to delete the post from CyberReality in a way like silencing the problems that Godot had, I don't know, man, I don't really like that. Of course, I wouldn't leave that post pinned. But well, what would you win by just deleting it? No sense for me, really. Now it's time to say my opinion and of course for you to hate me on the comments. Well, as usual, you can comment down below with your opinion. Firstly, of course, I'm very happy that the forums are open again. They are super useful for the community and can help a lot of users. For example, you can see that just in the last hours there have been a lot of people asking for help and people who has answered to them. Until there, I'd say that everything is just amazing. However, when I realized that the post of Cyber Reality accusing Godot of being a scam was deleted, well, deleting the exposing post could be seen as an effort to hide information and control what people know. Transparency is important for a community to trust its leaders. When discussions are silenced, people might start to have doubts and lose trust in the platform. On the other hand, having open discussions, even about controversial topics, helps the community take responsibility for its actions. When concerns are addressed and criticism is taken seriously, it can lead to positive changes and show that the community cares about its members. Let's remember that facing challenges together can make the community grow and get better. It's crucial to keep having constructive conversations and respect different points of view. So I believe that instead of just deleting Cyber Reality posts, maybe what they could have done is just making like a clarifying statement on their forum, in social media, I don't know, literally anywhere, just explaining how investments work and how in fact W4 Games and Godot are economically unrelated, and that of course the fact that W4 Games exists is thanks to Godot. I believe, in my opinion, that would be a much better way to, let's say, clarify the things. Well, I believe I'm the first one talking about this second discussion, let's say, so I believe I deserve your subscription, don't I? So this is all about this problematic. As usual, I'm uploading the latest Godot news, so subscribe to be the first one of knowing Godot stuff. I love reading your comments down below and I will be giving a heart to all of them, so don't hesitate to comment. See you in the next one and bye bye.